Hey everybody, I'm back. Let's play some chess. I didn't get a chance to play much on vacation because I had no internet access and no chess app on my phone. All of the games on my phone, except for this weird crossword app, required internet access to verify that I didn't illegally download it or something, I guess. So I just did a bunch of British crosswords while I was gone. But I was thinking about chess the whole time. And can I tell you, I was also, I did some, I've been doing the occasional, not a lot, basically because I don't have that much time. But I've been doing the occasional chess lesson on chess.com. I'm willing to do this. I still don't know openings, let me tell you. I'm still confused about this whole stage of the game we call the opening. But I've been trying to take the stress off myself, for one, and basically enjoy the game of chess a little bit more, and also start to think of things like, oh, there's a misclick. I would like to resign. It's not your fault. I would have taken the queen as well. I simply we don't need to analyze that. I mean, that was just I'm not even mad because who cares? But I'm way more mad when I make a mistake, that like a tactics mistake. How would I like this game to go? I would like the entire center to be open. That's how I would like this game to go. But I'm trying to ask myself, especially once we get out of the opening, trying to ask myself a couple of questions. Here's a question for you. Well, okay, like for example, what did my opponent just do? This is one question. What happens? Now, they have the ability to, no, they don't have the ability to win the pawn with this exchange. So, what do? I like a little h3. If they take, who cares? They're playing so fast, by the way. And after we kingside castle, which, to be honest, I think I'm going to do right away to prevent something like this annoying check right here. Okay, I see actually you've inhibited, you've done a great job here. I now can't move my bishop, really, or you'll take this. Is there a trap somewhere in here? Good question. I don't have a good answer for you. You know what? Let's go weird. I do think I've let the black pieces have most of the initiative, which is okay. I also think, hold on, I got an idea here. What about this? They can't queenside castle, which I think they want to do because a lot of people online are hipsters who like to long castle. No, this move is horrible because it gets my, this pawn gets taken by their queen. Anyway, I haven't finished like a single thought this whole time. I want to ask myself as we run out of time, what did my opponent's move do for them? And this is another valuable question. How do I stop it? I think we got to do something like this. Protect this pawn so we can move this bishop somewhere. Now, they're going to kingside castle. Okay, you got to admit they're a fast gamer. Now, here's something I'm thinking. I think we want to move our bishop out. I'm going to say I'm content with this, even though it doesn't threaten much. I'm not worried. Like, where they going here? Going here? They just didn't want to have to. Okay, well, I'm not worried about that. Then we want to get our knight into a reasonable position. We're not going to go here because this seems bad. It screws up our pawn structure. We're going to go here. And then I am interested in the idea of like, what about a c4? Okay. I'm no longer interested in that idea. I'm thinking, I'm going to probably time out. If we're being honest with one another. I like this. Gives our knight a good outpost. They can trade, obviously. But then, if they force me to move, so be it. We lose a pawn, maybe. They go, yeah, we go here. Okay. What do I like here? I like that we've resolved the threat on this. Let's move this over. They force me out. I can still move my queen without losing this pawn. Honestly, am I willing to sack a pawn? I think I'm willing to sack a pawn for this. We get a bishop, we have a bishop to their knight. We probably should have just taken this. I was moving a little too fast, probably because they've spent 28 seconds so far in the game, and I've spent 3 minutes. Basically, it's a multifaceted thing, okay? I'm trying to be kinder to myself when I play, and I'm also trying to play better by actually thinking about like what is happening when I play. Okay, so they're going to kingside castle, which is a shame because this is great. Then we do this, that's check because our rook would check their king, and then we take their queen. So here's what, you should never do this. What if they don't do it? What if they don't castle? Okay, so they've castled. We need to double up our rooks on this file and start attacking. That's the next play. So you know what? Play rook to e2. Double up. Interesting. Actually, like a great move. Here's the thing. If I take, they take. I can't take back because their rook takes me. If I take, they take. I can't take back, their rook takes me. So instead, we make one of the only moves as possible to make. This. Now, everyone goes, you're forked. I'm not forked. If they do this, I just take the pawn. I'm not saying it's good. I don't know who's in a better position, quite frankly. This is scary for me. But I kind of, well, honestly, maybe we should have developed our rooks on the d file instead. I still can't take. That's not true. That's not true. I could take. If I take, they take, I take, and I got a pawn out of it. It's kind of complicated, though. What if I just push? Is that good for me? Well, I lose the pawn that I would have gained. Let me look at this. Take, take. I'm down a queen. I'm up a pawn. I'm down a rook. I'm up a pawn. Where do they go from there? I don't know. We both lose our queens. We both lose a rook. I have 2 bishops. I think I like it. Unless I'm missing something, I think I like it. This might be one where chess.com is like, what are you talking about? I missed the check. I don't know if that changes things fundamentally. I don't have 2 bishops. I'll have 1 bishop. My pawn structure will be screwed up, but they're only going to have 1 knight. I don't have the piece to capture the... Okay. No, this is right. This is wrong. I'm down 5 pieces. 5 points. I'll resign. Honestly, they just played an incredible game. 1 mistake, 1 blunder, 1 missed win. Let's look at our analysis here, okay? This is how you get better. My division has started, whatever that means. Let's see. I wasn't that disappointed with that. I think we didn't look at the check. That's the thing. We didn't look at our opponents forcing moves. They had great accuracy. They had a missed win. 3 blunders. Accuracy was kind of bad. Let's start the review here. This is the last book move. They're not sweating this. They're like, this position is pretty even. They did not like queen to c2 so much. This is where it goes off the rails. Okay? Retry this move. So what did we think? We thought, oh, we want to make sure we can move our queen out of here without losing this pawn after this knight's forced to move. Probably thought too many moves ahead badly. What if, do they like an a4 to stop the pawn from moving up? Not as much. I mean, it makes our knight a lot weaker, but it's going to move anyway. I also thought about, what about like bishop to h5? But I'm like, they don't care about this knight. And if we take, they open up this file and they're probably happy. Yeah, they don't. What's the threat here? I don't understand. Give me a hint on this one. It's a bishop move. They wanted this. No? They wanted this? Not the best move, but not bad. Huh? Okay. I don't know. I'm not too upset about that one. This was the move where they're like, you lost the game. You missed a chance to give your bishop more scope by moving it to a better square. Well, this is a better square. They don't mind that. So, we made 3 blunders in a row. That's a good way to lose the game. You missed a chance to win material on this move right here. Take the knight. Yeah, okay. We're still like in a lesser position, but not as bad. So how does this play out? Let's puzzle it out. They definitely want to keep the, well, they just show line, right? They definitely want to, we take here. They want to keep the rook active. Okay, I just show line. I take here. Let me retry. I want to be here. Rook e2 is a blunder. I'd like to retry that. Yes. What's happening, man? I want to go back to my game review. I don't want to retry. Next. Okay, this is a blunder. Retry. Next. Bad move. Okay, what do we do instead? There you take. On the show line, I think they're going to take. Then I take, and I win a pawn. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, they take there. I take. Okay, well, this, I didn't see that coming. But I can't deny that we did win some material in that. We're now dead even. And then they're like, that move is horrendous. That move just lost you the game. Okay, that was not as smart. But at least we were thinking. We were thinking badly, but we were thinking nonetheless. And finally, I got a chance to play some e4. I've lost 50 rating points. What the heck? Let's play exactly the same opening. Wait, I played e4 last time. And then what do? I develop my kingside so I can castle. I'm not sweating that, man. You think I'm sweating that? Honestly, you want to give me some tempo by taking and allow... Oh, I'll just push you back. You want to take? Let's take. You don't want to take. Okay, then who cares? Why are we going through this song and dance then? I wouldn't castle just yet. Let's mirror what they did. Let's put our bishop right there. What are you going to do with that knight? You going to put it here and let me double up your pawns? I don't think so. You know, castling and then getting a rook on the e-file for a situation like that's kind of sick. They also can't move their e-pawn, which is kind of awesome. The best move for them might be to just eat it. Oh, they're going to do exactly the same thing that was done to me last time, huh? Interesting. There's like a trick. It's like if you let them take... and then you like move your knight out or something, and then you do this, like it's over for them. I hate this. But you know what? They're also threatening this pawn right here. I see the problem. Can I do this? They take, I do this. I'm in their base killing their dudes. I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do this. You want to be in my base killing my dudes? Go ahead, be in my base killing my dudes. I'm giving you a pawn. I'm saying thank you. I'm saying enjoy your pawn. I thought that might be coming next, and that's okay. I would like to screw up your pawn structure immensely. You're not going to castle kingside. I know that for a fact. You want to take here? You're going to go open file on the rook. Okay, I got to admit, I respect that. Now, I'm not going to castle kingside. You know what's a good move here? This. This pawn remains protected by the bishop and the rook. They might start to push me out. I'm not sweating that. It's a bit nightmarish. I think I would let them take. I understand that this pawn is still like wide open, by the way. Why would you let them take? Why would I take? No, I should take. Because this knight is not in a good position on... They can kingside castle. I don't think they will. That knight is not in a good position on that square. And now, finally, we've resolved this, though it took us 100 years. It's a weird game. I don't know if I'm playing well. I also don't know if I'm commentating well. I'm kind of just spitballing. I guess we are. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're not. They may kingside castle. I have to prepare myself for that eventuality. I definitely think we should queenside castle, also known quite trendy these days as a long castle. Let's queen out. We don't want to go here, I think, because this just gives them like a free move, and then I'm like, I don't know, I'm over here or something, and then they're, I don't know. I just don't like it, okay? I don't like to long castle. I'm a traditionalist in the world of chess. Now, here's the thing. What would their plan be? They're going to long castle, okay? One thing I like immediately, now I'm like queen to here. The knight is pinned. Our knight can get in there and threaten this fork. I've got a small plan. They'll probably move. Yes, okay, it's a smart move. Can't be upset when your opponent does a smart move. It's unbecoming in the world of chess. I'll go one step further with you. This might be a non-castling game. The next move I want to do, I feel, is I want to start like pawn storming them here. Or we just threaten the fork anyway. But then what do? They could do like that and I'm okay. Does that do anything for us? I mean, it buys us some time if they miss it. It's like the number one rule of, no, dude, check this out, okay? Knight here, they do something. This is also a bad rule of chess. But then, go for the fork here, they do something like this, uncover this square, fork the king and the queen. Are they going to force me out here? Can they force me out? They can't force me out here. Now, they could always do this to cover the fork instead, but then I can move some stuff off of here. Okay, this is just a horrendous move. My plan has come to fruition. I apologize, Blunder Mac. I've done it myself many times. You knew that was coming. Okay, I'm a little proud of myself for this game. I think we went 17 moves without a considerable mistake, which is a rare occurrence for me. Now, did we win because our opponent blundered? Yeah. Did we lose a lot of games because we blundered? Yeah. Let me... Now, this is the part where you just feed me kind words from the game review. They're like, you're doing fine. What the heck? I hit next game already. I don't even know how to go back in the review. I'm just going to play another game. I really wanted to hear them say some kind words. E4. An opening our opponent is not seen in a long time. I thought that last game was pretty good. Let's not get attached to it though. I was gonna say that like the two things they teach you in chess. Maybe like we'll start with one rule. Don't make a move expecting your opponent won't see it. That works really well at the elementary school level, and not that well once you start, having time controls that are like 90 minutes a game, or playing people that are good to begin with. Secondly, don't rely on your opponent making, and this goes hand in hand, I think, with rule number 1. Don't rely on your opponent making the worst move possible in a situation. If your opponent has to make a blunder for your plan to work, then your plan is not good. There's got to be a better plan. Because you shouldn't expect there to be you should be at this, well, okay, I'm getting like way too advanced. Because now, and more advanced than me is what I'm trying to say. Because what I was going to say is, you don't want to do this. What I was going to say is you should always have a better plan, but I don't know if that's actually true, because maybe as like the black pieces, you should be content to be roughly equal, but not at 1400, which is where I presently am. So here's what I like. You can't do that. That's obvious. If you do this, we do this, your knight's back here, we're forced to make like a strange move or something. Okay. No, like you're not going to take with the king. Probably. I don't know, maybe you are. No, you're not. Because if you do that, I do this, and I'm threatening the pawn, and I'm threatening the fork on the rook and the king. But anyway, at my level, I think you win when you don't blunder. Is rarely like two perfectly executed games going head-to-head. So what do you do when I do this? What do? You want to protect this pawn? You're not going to play this and get like, I don't know, dude, maybe you do play that and get en passant, for all I know. We definitely have to move and threaten the pawn. This is probably the best, well, I don't know, because this might be the best place for it. We could put you in check for no reason and then get forked like across the board. I wouldn't recommend it. Here's what I like. I think you do this. I don't think they're going to go for the en passant because they still lose the pawn. If they do this, I do this. No, they don't lose the pawn. And maybe Maybe no. Well, I don't know, because now I'm like, if they do this, it opens up this F diagonal, and I play bishop here, and then I'm like, how do you stop me from just putting my knight here and taking your rook? Because this poor lad is hemmed in right here. I don't know. I think we're in a great position to drive play. They could play this. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I think you just play something. Sorry, I think you play this, and you double up the pressure on the pawn. And also, this is just a good move to begin with. Because I don't care. Like, we're going to gain a pawn. At some point, we're going to want to move this guy. We're probably going to lose the pawn. But for now, we're laughing. We're laughing all the way to the bank. There's some weird stuff here that I also like. Like, check. If they play this up, we're like, okay, check. No, that's still a fork, because they'll just take. I take. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about it. I feel like everything's totally fine right now. Like, they're in a weird spot. Their bishop has, like, almost no good places. They're going to do what everybody does online, apparently, and castle queenside. You want to screw that up for them a little bit? Like, what if we go check now? They have to play this. Kingside looks a little sloppy. I'm not worried, by the way, about protecting my one pawn advantage. Now, if they don't kingside castle, I love this. The general way that you end up playing, like when you're up a pawn due to a gambit or something. Okay. I mean, I should have gone here first to preserve a little space. I'm still, like, so okay with this, even if they kingside castle, by the way. But we just do this and then probably like this. I'm not worried about the fork. Like, you like, take your piece, and then rather than waste your entire plan trying to protect it, I think you try to press the advantage elsewhere. It's because, like, I'm up by a pawn. They have one piece developed. Their entire kingside is hemmed in. I have two pieces developed. I'm doing something. I have a time advantage. It's not worth a ton, necessarily. And again, I'm being a hater right now. But this move I do not like. Because now where do you put this knight? You can't put him here, so this guy's never getting out. So I love this situation, and I don't wish to play this anymore just to get a cheap check, because we get nothing out of it. Here's what I do like. Develop another piece. I love this. Now we got everything developed except for we haven't castled yet. We got a little time advantage. That's rare for me. We could still lose easily because, like, the charts at these games look like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I'm like, I kind of like this for you. But then I'm also, no, because you do this, you give them a free, I don't know, but even though you'd get this, it's not, well, I don't know. Now I'm like, okay, you go here, you're threatening this bishop, okay? I go here, check. Let's assume you take with the knight. I take with the pawn, and now your bishop's under threat. What's happened? I've lost the knight, okay? Let's think about this, because this is usually where I'm like, this is a genius move, and then it loses me the game, okay? Check. Donk, I'm down a knight. Why would they take with this? They're obviously going to take with the pawn. Check. I'm down a knight. I'm down two pawns. I'm down... Okay, it's horrible. It took me a second. Yeah, it's really bad. This is bad. Check. But then they just take, I lose a pawn. Do I care if they take my bishop at all? No, I don't think I do. I think I would love for you to waste one of your developed pieces taking my bishop. I would say thank you for giving me an opportunity, even though my pawns will be horrible. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to open up this rook. Double up on here, start going after this pawn. They're probably still going to castle queenside, if they're going to castle at all. We can also do this. Maybe they want to trade for this instead. My pawns would be better. It still opens up. Or we could do this. Then they're more forced into the trade here. Or we could do this first, and then if they are forced, we could even like do that. They take the trade. Now we got a bunch of pressure on this piece. We can't do this yet. But here's it. Like if you're the black pieces right now, what do you do? That's another question I think it might be good to ask myself. What's their plan? Well, they can't. They have to develop pieces. They can't do anything with this knight until this bishop moves. So I'm not giving them any opportunity to like easily trade that bishop. I want them to waste a move. I'll develop something like this. They'll have to move their bishop. I don't even know. Here for no reason. We'll push it back. Then maybe we can start to like... Because they have to make a compromise to get this knight out because they blocked its only reasonable square. So if I were the black pieces right now... I mean, just to be straight up with you, I'm going to hate to give up control of this square. But this take, I don't know if I like it. We take a pawn. They probably... Well, now I'm like, what if we just took the pawn? Like this. They take with this. Because it's check. And then we take their knight. So we get a free pawn out of this, right? We take a pawn. They take with the pawn. We're down a knight. We got a pawn. They got a knight. I get a knight. They get a pawn. So it's an even... We're trading a bishop for a pawn and simplifying the game. Do I want to simplify this game? I don't think so. You know what I think I like here is... I think I like keeping them as hemmed in as possible. Now, in order to make space for this guy, they got to move either their bishop... And if they do something like this, I'd be happy to like try to get you off the situation and then set up. Okay, so they knew they had to do something at some point. This is actually not that great for me because now this file is closed. But we can try to double up rooks here instead maybe. Look at me talking like I know what I'm doing. This is also like a really powerful square for this bishop. And I'm like, dude, there's actually, it's not checkmate, but it's kind of sneaky. Yeah, okay, you knew that was coming at some point. I'm still, like, what are they? They still have not developed their knight. I still love the situation. You have to move. I'll double up my rooks here first. You have to get bullied. It has to be like this. And now I'm just thinking. Now's the dangerous part of the game where you think a little bit. I think what you want to do is something like this. Hear me out. We got time. This, they probably are happy to move their knight. Which means I can't set up the pin, like the discovered check that I wanted to. But we can be annoying. Like because now I'm like, what if they do this? I go here. They go here. I go here. Isn't that just like annoying? No, not really. It leads to my knight like probably getting trapped. So there's this, but I don't really want you to come attack this because I'm now realizing this is kind of like a little... Like that pawn is kind of weak. We can't just do that, obviously. I think we still got to try. The problem is, what if I do this, they do this, I move back, I lose the pawn. So what do we do instead? Probably just do that, and if they want to... Okay, so I'm just telling you, pretty soon I think we're going to have the worst pawn structure in the game. So we knew that was likely, which throws a real monkey wrench into my plan. I'm not going to deny it. Our bishop is not as useful as it once was, because it would have been awesome here. It would have been nice here as well. But are they going to move it now? Or are they like, oh, I want to do something with it? We don't want to set this up for them, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're in that horrible of a position anymore. We can't protect our pawns. We also can't double up right here, and we're losing our time advantage. What kind of psycho uses all their time in the opening and no time in the mid game, man? We have to come up with a plan. I don't want to give up the open file. I'm going to give them the opportunity to give up the open file if that's something they so desire. If not, maybe we just annoy them. So we knew that was likely. We pretty much have to do this at the expense of our pawn structure. Otherwise, we just lose this. We could play something like that. We could defend it with a rook, but I honestly, I need my rooks. I need my rooks to do something. It's like our knight is pinned. Okay. Not unexpected. I don't know. I would probably give black the advantage right now. I was talking a lot of smack the whole game. Like 100% of the time. Okay, I see what you got going on here. I mean, you got a great attack here. This is also a nasty move for us. But I mean, if you do this, it looks like a fork. But we just resolve it by taking this. So I cover this so we don't lose one of our rooks for a knight. We knew that was coming. And then we do have to be... So this is great. Because it blocks this... Well, maybe it's not that great because it blocks it. No, wait, I got to think about this. Because there's a part of me that's like, this wins you the game if they play badly. Which is not what we're supposed to do. Can I be placed in check easily here? No. This still almost wins you the game because they can't come over with their king to defend it. The pawn covers that square. They can't come here to defend it because the bishop covers that square. They're forced to go like here and then you promote. Okay, so they did it early instead. I really genuinely just didn't consider that. Good move. I have to think. Which is not great. Here's what I'm thinking. If I play this, they get baited. Check. They go here. Check. They go here. Check. Mate. Okay. Please take this. Tell me this works. Tell me I'm a tactical genius. Stroke my bald head and tell me everything's going to be okay. I'm not smart. Hold on. I'm a genius. We still play this, then it's this. No, it's this. Well, we had to do that first. It's fine. It's fine. This is still... It's still checkmate. We just took one extra move because I'm silly. That's good. The analysis is not going to like that. That being said, I'm proud of myself. We worked our way out. You know, when our positional game fell apart, we said, you know what? It's time to get messy. And, you know, what do you think's a cooler mate here? Pawn mate is always good. That's not mate, though. But it is mate with a promotion. You know what? Would you allow me to be a little toxic? Let's promote. Like, let's check, forced to move here. We could have just made it. And then I should have promoted to a rook. I have auto promote on. It's a little rude. But you know what? I'm happy with that game. I do want to see the blunders. Obviously, we screwed up because our pawn structure was horrendous. But I'm not altogether displeased with how that one went down. I don't know. It was a pretty fast one. 72% accuracy. We had 4 blunders. They had a missed win. Holy cow. They were up by 9 at one point. Okay, let's start the review. I do play the Scotch game a little now. I know it looks like it's bad, but that's just because I've been playing lately. I used to play the Scotch game when I was a little 1550 over-the-board ELO kid as a teenager or a preteen. So it comes naturally to me. The logic's built there. They're like, check it out. Great move. There was only one good move and you found it. Let's step through. How do they like this one? They're still like, you're ahead. Like, white's ahead. Best move. White's ahead. Best move. Best move. White's ahead. Not as much as I thought, though. This loses material. Best move. What are you doing? Best move. Okay, we're up by... They love where we're standing now. This is where I was in love with the position. They played bishop to... They played bishop to e7? No, they played knight out. They're like, not a good move. What did they want our opponent to play? I'm going to guess they wanted knight to c6. I play this. Okay? No. Just step me forward one. One day I'll learn how to use this. Instead of that one. Okay, here's what I'm saying. What was the hint? Yes, the hint was I can't figure out how to get you to. They're at knight to D2 maybe. Okay, turns out I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, anyway, next. They hated the castle. Let's retry that. What did they think we were up by here? 4 points. Rather than castle, they want me to put pressure on this, which makes a lot of sense. Is it time? No. I thought about it. I think I puzzled that out right. Dude, it's not that bad compared to what I did, though. Maybe it's just this. But then the knight has, like, nowhere to go after that. Okay, you missed an opportunity to threaten winning material. Or you lost your winning advantage. Forget material, man. Maybe they like a queenside castle. A long castle. They don't hate it. They don't love it. So there was like one move here that did it for us. I definitely feel like not letting these pawns get doubled up probably mattered. They're like, great move. Actually smart. Sometimes a move that looks like it does nothing is better than a move that does something. Okay, so it's not the move they're looking for, but what's the hint? Does this? Just F4. Okay, just F4. Fair enough. Horrible move. You missed an opportunity to win material. Finally. Oh, it would have been so sweet. So what do they do? Because they take pawn with the pawn. And then I take with my pawn. And then they take here, and I take here. And they take here, and I take here. But I don't know. Let's see the line. Knight takes their knight. They move. Okay, so it's much more boring than I thought. That might not be how it would have went down at our elo, just for the record, but still. Horrible move. You had an advantage, but now the game is close to equal. They're like, that's a bad move. Fair enough. I own that. It can't be this. Could be this. Where are we at right now, by the way? They still think we're up by 3. It can't be. I'm just demonstrating this one. Because this is like a free move for them. They put me on the back foot. It's still better than what we did, for the record. Well, what do you want from me? The only other thing I could think of is our knight is in a horrible position. It just has a check. But what if we move knight back here? Then this move is very dangerous for them. We threaten this pawn is very hard to defend. Yep, okay. They threaten. We protect. They have to move. We take the pawn. They don't take my pawn for some reason. There must be something scary about that. I gotta say, I love the way my position looks after that. Fair enough. You missed a chance to occupy an outpost. They just love that. I guess it's just nice to stifle them. That's fair enough. I'm realizing after that game, I'm like, man, there's a lot of blunders. I made a lot of blunders this game. They're like, this is horrendous. Why is this so bad? I feel like they would like this. No, because it leaves this on. This is a horrible move. But then they take, and no, you're not forked, because you can resolve the fork. Actually, you probably go, oh, no, the bishop's still covering it. Okay, so they still like that well enough. Was it just this? Yeah, I saw it the first time. I missed it the second time, because then this move is insane. Anyway, so here's where I was down by 9. Oops, you gave up a piece. Imagine calculating this, like, tactical plan. 2-3 moves out. Not that impressive, but it's something. And just missing that they can just take you because the knights move like an L. How embarrassing is that? So let's retry that. Presently, I'm down by 9, even though we're equal on material, but just goes to show you how valuable positions are in the endgame. The actual best move, then, I have no idea. It's not going to be trading rooks, because they're in such a good position relative to me. And then both of these squares that are really valuable are covered by this knight. Like, that knight is so good. I actually have no idea. The best move is I got the 50-50 chance that I missed. The best move is that. Holy cow. Anyway, we won. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Love chess. Love the chess.